nutrition. But when the development word is came in the field of food science, the first more prominent word, which is functional foods and nutraceuticals, have more prevalence. So I am only talking about the functional foods, what are functional foods, how these functional foods are formulated. Some functional foods which are formulated in my department, in my institutes, with a slight twist. You can also prepare or formulate. You can also formulate functional foods in your respective departments. So myself, Dr. Dipali, a senior faculty from Sri Vaishnav School of Home Science, Sri Vaishnav Vidyapith Vishwavidyalaya. If you have any query regarding functional foods, you can mail me. You can take a screenshot of this, and after the session or any other time, you can mail me. Hope it's fine.
Yes,
Now,
yes, ma'am.
coming to contents. Yeah. Now, what are functional foods? When it came, how did it came? All knows that food beyond medicine. Hippocrates सालों साल पहले कह के गए हैं कि yes, no dependency on allopathy, Ayurvedic food. Food is only the medicine. So how? Because as the era is coming, as the time period is coming, the lifestyle modification is going on. The heart, the cardiovascular system working, the stress level is also beyond increases. How much we depends on the supplements. So why the food, the पुराना era जो चल रहा था, जो पहले के लोग खा रहे थे, हम उस era पे वापस आ जाए. तो एक फोटो है, दिस इज अ पिक इन व्हिच आई describe this pic after the some slides. We only see the some chickies there, some theplas is there, some biscuits or khakra, some tea is there. They are the nutraceuticals functional foods. ठीक है. In detail I will later explain it. So in my PPT, there are three phases in which introduction of functional food, how the functional food developing, and what you can develop. So functional food is any food, any ingredient which give a health beyond the traditional. It contains all the nutrients, contains carbohydrates, protein, fat, vitamins, minerals, pesticides. It has some bioactive components. Overall, it has some chromatic health benefits. It came in 1980s. Other some different agencies define functional food in different languages. Academy of Nutrition Dietetics define food defined as whole foods, which is fortified, enriched, and foods also called functional food. IFT define food and food components that provide a health benefits and basic nutrition. It's called functional food. Health Canada defined a functional food similar in appearance or maybe conventional food. It is consumed as usual diet. अगर हम usual diets में millets भी consume करें, that is also a functional food, because millets has all the properties as for health promoting effect, or we can say the deficiency of any ingredient can be fulfilled by it. So different functional foods. But why we need functional foods? As I say, the lifestyle changes, the stress level changes, the system, the human physiology are changes day to day. We need a supplements, we need that type of foods which beyond calories, beyond nutrients, gives some bioactive component, gives some extra, which overall promote the body, promote the health benefit, or maybe discounted the efficiency of any nutrient. So it came in 1980s from Japan. 1989, Stephen Defel's nutraceuticals, the ethnic nutraceuticals, the term gets nutrition plus pharmaceutical. They are referred as the nutricals are the substance which have nutrients per pharmaceuticals. So all the supplements which are the leading companies centrum of about nutraceuticals. They have the functional, they have the nutraceuticals of old age, adult man, adult woman, children, all that. But the nutraceuticals comes at different from functional food, because nutraceuticals are term came from pharmaceuticals. And nutraceuticals means the origin of the product. Maybe the source of the ingredient can be natural or can be artificial. Can be artificial means it may be a chemical mixture. It's chemical mixture with combined way are called as nutraceuticals. Many nutraceuticals are coming in the market to promote the health benefit. Just a minute. are the difference. A functional food can be just a minute. I have some coughing problem.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Hope so. Now it's okay.
Okay, ma'am, please go ahead.
It's visible.
Yes, it's visible.
So, nutraceuticals and functional foods are two different terms. Nutraceuticals mainly the origin of the product may be natural or may be chemical mixture, and functional foods are the food. Generally, they are the foods which give the health promoting effect. The example of functional food is therapeutic protein biscuits. It is a form of a biscuit. Chicken biscuit is a food, and they are high protein, high vitamin, high minerals. That's why they are called as functional food. Two vitals protein biscuits. What are the functional classification of functional foods? Probiotics can be, or curd is also a functional food. It contains a live microorganism. Convectional food, all whole foods which have outermost layer covering itself, which have bran, germ, are also called as functional foods because beyond the calories and proteins, they also give a fiber and B complex. So they also came in category of functional food. Some designer foods means those foods which formulated for especially some disease. There's examples conventional foods, garlic, modified foods, medical foods given by IFT. The mother functional foods also which have the bioactive components. Now cereals as a functional foods because cereals आप कहेंगे कि why the wheat become a functional food? No, wheat is not a functional food. Yes, whole wheat is a functional food. Yes, brown rice is a functional food. Why? Because the outermost layering, the bran is attached and bran is high in fiber, rich in B complex vitamins, which give the overall, besides calorie and protein, they also give some other nutrients. So this is also called as functional food. Legumes is also as a functional food because besides proteins, they also give some bioactive components, they give minerals, they give fibers, same as fruits and vegetables. besides one, besides besides vitamins and minerals, they have some bioactive components. So they also act as a functional food. Bioactive components, there is a complete class of bioactive components which contains polyphenols, saponins, carotenoids, terpenoids, a number of. There are some detailed classification of carotenoids, phenolic compounds. Now, what are the benefits of this? The benefits of these functional foods, cereals, maybe legumes, they are the original, as a source, as a natural one. They promote the health, they promote the effects, they promote the overall development of the body. But what the regulations are needed, why the regulations are needed? Now we come to how the formulation of functional food statement take task. क्योंकि हमेशा we don't need a fresh fruits and vegetables. A corporate worker doesn't have a time to buy a fruits and vegetables or cut them down, then make a sabji, then she or he has to pack in a tiffin. How they regularly take it as a functional food, how they regularly continuously fulfill the RDA requirement of every individual nutrient, how it is not possible. So the process of formulation of functional food, not the natural one, but the not the therapeutic one, not the nutraceuticals, only the formulation of functional food. So by the formulation of functional food, we have to follow some steps first. A product step, which needs what is the concept? Are you making the food for the kids or children or a corporate worker or a need? What the need? What is your concept behind to make a functional food? What is the product formulation? What the ingredients are you taken to make a recipe for making the product? Now the ingredients are decided, how the process optimization and standardization of the product take place. Because by the one recipe you cannot make the food. Every individual homemakers or housewives is making a functional food for their children and the family members. So it's not a functional food. It's called recipe or the home skill level of food. It's not called a product, which we call as new product development. New product development insights, it contains a variety, not a functional food, also waste utilization. Some other categories is also there. But I am talking about only functional food. Now, what are the effectiveness and the safety? Effectiveness and safety. Are you taking any that ingredient in your product which is not grass, which is not declared as a safe, or any product, anything, any ingredient you are taking which is not given under trial? So it's very needed to be a part of an ethical committee of your respective institute. I am taking an example of one of my studies. If you want to develop a functional food and based on maybe product concept, it's gluten and casein free, and we have to given this for any dietary intervention, gluten and casein free diet. So what is the concept behind? Means we have to formulate a product. We have to know what we have to take to the fourth step. So there is a concept, if you want to make a gluten casein free products for especially gluten free casein free diet, what your product formulated, what the product we substituted, what to be the process optimization, process of try, retry, evaluation, unification. We formulated gluten free, we need the concept, what we need to know the basics of the product. If we need gluten casein free, so what the gluten, what is casein, what are their products, how we eliminate it, and what are the substitutes. Just in given slide, if we have to substitute the wheat flour, so we have to choose some alternative. There is some alternatives of rice, sorghum, and soybean is there to maintain the protein content, to maintain the white capacity. If we substitute any product, or we have to formulate any product which resembles the wheat flour, we have to choose that ingredients which intermingled with the same one, which counteract or which like a similar in texture, similar in color, similar in appearance, similar in formulated products. So we have to look out the number of ingredients. We can take number of millets here also, but protein content very necessary because the wheat has a gluten which has a combined activity which will helps for dough formation, make a good chapati. We don't have a higher protein content in our formulated product. The dough is not formed and the chapati is not formed for especially gluten free and casein free diet, or we can say the gluten free diet. This is a concept. So we have to know our ingredients, how the recipe has to maintain, how the recipe has to look. This is the example of what formulated products. Then second example of gluten casein free cookies. Why the cookies? Because if the children have to take a GFCF diet or GFCF products, Means he or she doesn't take any baked product from the market. All products are rich in wheat flour, made by wheat flour, whole wheat flour, and we have to cut that wheat flour. So we have to formulate some product or some alternative nearby it, and also to fulfill the nutrients of, if calcium is disparted, if calcium is eliminated, means all the dairy products casein is disparted. So all the casein products and certain milk products, we have to manage the calcium levels. We have to use that ingredients which is high in calcium. So there's an example. So how we decided which ingredients is taken to formulated foods depends on the concept you are taken. There's an example, there's a formulated in which we contain ragi, hot gram, dry coconut, sugar, salt. It depends on the concepts. Now, when the recipe is formed, the standardization is done. Now evaluation is very important. First evaluation is sensory. First, when it's not looked, it's not product. कहते हैं ना पहले the when the digestion it starts from our eyes. How the food starts from our eyes. जब वो दिखेगा अच्छा नहीं, so it's not be accepted. So yes, sensory evaluation में the product has to be look nice, look good. Then all the taste, because all the functional foods are not tasty, because they are the alternative, they are the substitute. But how we are formulated, this is the task. So sensory evaluation is done by a number of panels, trained panels, and trained panels, consumer panels. But for starting the new formulated product, go for trained panel or a semi-trained panel. Those have a knowledge of food. Generally, hedonic taste is considered. If we have number of 2 or 3 products, paired comparison also we can take which product is used for some other consumer panel or trade panel. Physical evaluation depend on the product you are making. You are making a formulated noodle, you can, if a GFC, gluten free, casein free, you want a noodle, dairy product, cookies, biscuits, which are prices depends on the product you are taking. And the nutritional evaluation is very important. Some part before the designing concept, we have to understand the product calcium. After 10 to 20 times, it doesn't say that calcium is not present. So before implementing the nutritional evaluation or the proximate evaluation, go for IFCT tables. Look out the tables. Is your product theoretically by combining calculations, it given as some approx, if it is given 400 milligram of calcium, so okay. By evaluation, it can be 300, no issues. But drastic change doesn't occur in, as per calculations. Okay. So before going nutritional or proximate analysis, go for before examining the review of literature of your product concept is very necessary, because if you don't do it and do it after it, maybe you are making high protein biscuits and proteins are not coming. So there are some activities, there are some fats, oxalate apparatus, ash, basics. Go for sensitive evaluation scores, go for the product beauty of it. Besides there, we can also calculate it, the color of that product, the texture of the product, the best suitable things, best suitable evaluation methods you have adopted in your product inside it. The whole literature is present in the internet, whether you have formulated up biscuit, cookies, premix, cake. Number of papers in Indian and other international journals are available. First, all the new products or the formulated food products are not commercialized. So what? Yes, they are going for the patent, they are going for the Anganwadis, and they are the ministries of women health. Yes, these are coming in to get your product. So there is a need of the art to begin to formulate it a sustainability, cheap, eco-friendly, smart, and with the healthness. So now the trend is coming of cosmetic food products. There are the gummies and toffees are available for increasing protein content, and hair falls doesn't happen. Some type of product you heard about it. Some products are at the market to decrease the menopause pain. Some chocolates are in the market. If you say that Amazon or the pharmacy, that the products related to decrease the periods pain for the women and the children. So yes, there's a number of functional foods are coming. There are some formulated functional foods in my department. This is the first picture I there's the high protein thepla, the high protein high fiber biscuits from lotus stem, the number of nuggets and baked snacks of number of millets, the bar from chia seeds, the KT, herbal tea, they are the menopause formulated bar, high fiber cookies, the pinto herbal tea, the leaves, the high protein khakra. So these four became the product as a commercial viable or to sell to any company or to submit the proposal to any company. Interventions and clinical trials are very necessary. We can't say without any trial that this product is somewhat increase your protein content by taking 2 grams daily or by taking 2 doses daily. The efficacy is very important. Intervention is very important in formulating the product as well as the safety is important. So talking about the future of the functional food, we are very responsible hands to make the product or make the Indians or make the Indian population to aware of that products and be gone for the traditional food era. This we are eating without process or go for the not nutraceuticals, go for the functional foods which are available in the market. So coming to the conclusion of my presentation, the functional food and their health effect is very important as the awareness of the why the person is available. They have all the data internet, chat GPT, some all the have, but they are not usually imparted in ourselves. We are the we or myself also a lover of momos, but as a lover of momos, I go for a whole wheat flour momos. My daughter doesn't know the momo is white. तो यही बताया कि मोमो होता है तो ब्राउन टी होता है we know the benefit of the white flour and the whole wheat flour. So by the applying this theory in our life or our family members, the community awareness is very important in this area. As all the data is available in the in the internet, but by the formulation of these products or by publicizing of patients or patent publications or the research papers, this era is continuously. So hope you understand. Thank you. Anyone wants to any questions regarding it?
Thank you so much, Dr. Deepali, for your excellent presentation. It was very nice and informative as well. And I would like to ask if participants have any queries, they can ask over here to you.
Thank you, Gayatri.
Ma'am, I would like to request, please drop your email ID over the chat box. If participants have any queries,
Yes,
they can directly email to you.
yes.
Yeah.